Hallelujah. Now, this is one deliberate moment on radio. He makes all things beautiful in his own time.
That's right.
Now, we're saying this to you, listener, because we have an understanding where it means patience.
Yes, patience.
Now,
Yeah.
Chris Ade, you know, while you had your journey of the Project Fame,
yes,
somebody would want to come through with how you went through with it.
Okay.
Because it's not actually something that we should take for granted.
No, not at all.
How was
not
the
at all.
auditioning?
Not at all.
Was it a difficult process before you got in there? How was it?
Okay, you see, one thing about life is if you you just have to learn not to give up. In fact, me getting that that slot was like the third time of me trying Project Fame. Yes,
okay.
There was this time I went to Enugu. And usually I always pass the first stage. We used to have the first stage where you have a judge to yourself. Then we have the second stage where you have the three judges, at you. They'll ask you to come the next day. So I think for me it was like the third time. The second time was in Abuja where I qualified. Then of which I went in and I did a song. I think I did a song by Bram my back at one or something. But all of them told me no. I was like, are you kidding me? But I went back and a year after or 2 years after, I just decided to bounce back. I just told myself, Chris, you're gonna do this. You've got this. I had to go and work on myself. Got to listen a whole lot to great minds, great songs, and got what's the name? Got mentors and coachings from one or two people. To a point, there was this particular song I was scoring. That was unbelievable by Craig David. I scored the song to a point where if my children picking I see, I'll tell him to audition me. It got so crazy like that.
Now,
so,
you see why I'm talking that way is because the purpose you are functioning now is the gospel music industry.
Yes, exactly.
And somebody has an understanding of the Project Fame to be a secular perspective of what they do. So how were you able to still define your personality and you're still in the gospel music industry and nothing else?
Well, I've always been a church boy.
Okay.
For me, it was a deal I made with God. And God did something so marvelous for me while I was in Project Fame. As at the time I was called upon. Seeing that is a rare opportunity where millions and thousands of people have been wishing to go. I was in my final year writing my project when I was called upon.
Wow.
And Uncle Ben, which was like our music director, called me from Ultima Studio. I was in school, in the lecture or somewhere at home, one of those times, and he said, you've qualified for the top is it 25 or thereabout? Your flight is for so time. Make sure you are around for the audition. I just told myself, I went to meet my pastor then in Makodi, and he told me, Reverend Dave Ogbole, you can call him and ask him. So he told me I should go. That, see, God will handle my school. Hallelujah. I should just go and do my thing. I should just go and, shine forth the light as I go.
Was it what made you give us the song, My God? Because there's a song titled, My God. And this has over 18,000 views on YouTube.
It's just God. It's just God. It's God. It was they accumulated, should I say, faithfulness and the goodness of God over time. Hallelujah. That had come up with it. And let me still go a little further. While I was in the house, it was few months I spent. Imagine somebody spending 3 months in the house, away from academics in your final year. And it was time for exams, and this young man was nowhere to be found. 100 level at